Good morning, everybody. Today we make a cake. First thing you need is a pan. We've already got the pan, so now we need a cooling rack. This is the cooling rack. You need this so you can cool. But don't forget, you also need the cake. We use Duncan Hines, because Betty Crocker's just a crock of sheep. Welcome back, everybody, to Cooking with Matt. So, everybody here, you can see now that we also have the beaters, because you need the beaters to do the beating. And you also need the bowl to do the mixing. So now, what we need to do is get some eggs and some water in a mix. And probably something else. How about some oil? Yes, we need the oil too. So in order to get the oil, that means we need the measuring cup. Yes. Very, very good. Okay. So now the instructions say preheat the oven to 350. Oh, we can do that. 350. Better turn it on. Oh, better make sure nothing's in there. Oh, we're okay. Okay, so the next thing that we do is grease the sides of the pan with shortening. Here's the pan again. Okay. We got to make some room. Okay, so we get the shortening. We use all vegetable shortening. Now we go and we slop some on. Oh, it's very greasy. Then we just use our fingers. And then we spread it in the pan. And we make it nice and even. Even Steven! Only have to do the inside of the pan. You don't have to do the outside. Now for all you viewers, we're using a 9-inch but a 13-inch pan. Because that's what it says on the Duncan Hines box. Grease, grease, grease. I like to grease, grease, grease. I like to grease, grease, grease. It is so sunny outside. It is wonderful. Thank you, Kara, for visiting me while I bake. It is so nice. I like to have fan club. Okay. So as you can see, they're all nice and greasy. And to make greasy, we use the all-purpose shortening. And this is so the cake will fall out of the pan when we turn it upside down. Okay, step 1 complete. Now the hands are very greasy. Let's wash those. Okay, step number 2. Step number 2. Oh, flour lightly. So now we have to find the flour. Now we have to flour the pan. Here's the flour. Okay, now we flour the pan. Oh, this is so nice with powder with the flour. And this is also going to help with making it come out of the pan. Ooh. And if you bang it a little bit here and bang it a little bit there, it helps the flour stick to the shortening. Ooh, we make a little bit of a mess in the kitchen, but we can always clean later. Now it is all flour. Wonderful. Step number 3. Now we have to blend cake mix, water, oil, and eggs into a large bowl. And we have a large bowl. Wonderful. Okay, let's open up the cake mix. That's it, folks. That's all you get in the box. Just a bag of chocolate. Oh, so chocolatey. So good. So now we dump that in the bowl. Wonderful. And now we need 3 large eggs. Let's get the eggs from the fridge. Let's see if we have 3. We have 6. I guess we're okay. We can make the cake. Wonderful, wonderful. One. Two. And 3 eggs. Now we have 3 eggs and the batter. And now they want to have some oil and some water. So let's see how much we need. We need 1¼ cups of water. So let's get 1¼ cups. So there we have it, 1¼ cups of water. And now we also need some oil. Does the oil, we need 1/2 cup of oil. Oil, 1/2 cup. Now we have 1/2 cup. And we pour it in. This is going to make a very nice chocolate cake. Wonderful. Now the box says that we have to mix it together and then beat it. So first we're going to blend it together in a bowl. So to do that, I'm going to use a spoon. I like the wooden spoon. And you know, back in my day, if you were a bad boy, you got beaten with the wooden spoon. Not this time. Now this is going to get mixed together. Oh, so nice. So nice. When I cook, I like to have food on my shirt. That's why I've got crabs. So nice. So now that these mixed together, you can see it looks like vomit. Oh, but we don't want vomit cake. So now we have to beat it. To beat it, we use the beater. Okay. So to assemble the beater, we need to untangle the cord. Ooh, not too hard. Okay. But now we have these things. And we're not going to go with our hands, we need to use the beater. So we have to insert them in here. And it's not always easy. So there's a button. You press the button and look. Click. No. It is going to be on the issue reel. Oh, find your closest receptacle and not to kill anybody. We don't want to turn it on yet. But when you do, we hope to have some power. Ooh, that is magical. Let's put the other 3 eggs back in the fridge. Okay, so now since the cord is not long enough, I have to move mixture over here. Okay, note, do this properly. Put these in the bowl before you turn on, otherwise you get batter everywhere. Ooh, victory batter! It kind of makes music. Too bad we're not making salsa, because I like to dance. So now, if you've done it correctly, you should have something that looks like this. Let me show you. Oh, we have the batter. It looks so much nicer than the vomit. Okay, because we don't want to make the mess, we eject these beakers, and there's the push button. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. So now, we unplug this so we can get it out of the way. There we go. Now we are making very special cake. Not only is it going to be chocolate, but we have a special ingredient. We make Death by chocolate. These are pure white chocolate chips. So we're going to stir that in as well, because we like extra chocolate. Okay. Okay. Now we don't need. We use about half a package. There's still some left. We close that off later. Okay. Oh, white chocolate. Okay, so we mix it all together. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Okay. Nobody knows it's in there. So now what we have to do is we pour this into the pan, and I'll just double check that, but I'm pretty sure. Pour butter into pan and bake immediately. Oh, there's a time restraint. I better hurry. So now we have to make sure that we get all the batter out, because it might as well become a cake rather than getting wasted. We all enjoy getting wasted. But I mean, we need to make the cake. Now you see, the old wooden spoon leaves a lot of batter left in there. Now I have the good friend who sells Epicure. Now Epicure is such a weird bird, but it comes in handy. They make a rubber stuff like this, like silicone. So what we do is we can use this and it gets the rest of it off. Oh, nice and clean, nice and clean. And it makes a bigger cake because now there's more batter. Okay. Done with that one. And we can clean up the bowl the same way. Thank you, Epicure. You make my bowl clean. Okay. Oh, so much extra. Now we want to make sure that all the batter is evenly in the pan. Otherwise you'll have a very funny shaped cake. So that's going to be our cake. So now we put it in the oven. Oh, nice and hot. Hot, hot, hot. Oh. And now the fun, exciting part. I get to turn off the camera and do all the dishes. And when the cake is done, I'll be coming right back. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, everybody, to Matt's cooking show. Okay, so now what we have to do to make sure that the cake is ready is you take a toothpick, and if you put the toothpick in the cake and pull it out and it's clean, it means that the cake is done. So, this is what I will do. Ooh, hot in the oven. Oh. As you can see, the toothpick is very clean. So that means your cake is done. So that was only 30 minutes instead of 35. But if we leave it in for 35, it's going to be burnt. We don't want burnt cake. Okay. So now what we do? What do we do? It's very, very hot. So we use the oven mitts. Okay. Put them on like winter gloves. And we take the cake out of the oven. Now the box says to put it on the cooling rack. And we've got the cooling rack. Okay. This is so wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Oh, look at the cake. We made a cake. Okay, now we put it on here on the cooling rack. And we let it cool for 15 minutes. Now, we might as well turn off the oven. So now we have the cake. So we bake for 15 minutes. I won't make you wait too. And then we will slice off the top, flip it over, and we have a cake. Welcome back with Cooking with Matt. So now we've got the pan. You can see the pan is not hot anymore because I can hang on to it. So now what we do is we find the spot we're going to put the cake. We're going to put the cake in here. Voila! Okay. So now what we need to do is very carefully flip the cake over and lift up the pan. And if we're lucky, it'll work. So here we go. We flip the cake over. And now we try and lift the pan up. And it looks like a bit of a disaster. We have a bit of an issue. However, I think we're okay. Not perfect, but not bad for first time. Thank you very much for watching Matt Makes a Cake. Later.